The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Sanders now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. On the screen, this is Coleman. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. He'll get this to Coleman. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Jarnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They'll try to left side. Branch, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll keep it on the ground. Branch, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Jarnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there for the Dolphins. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now back to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. It's complete to Hopkins. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
look to throw here on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
Touchdown Bears!
Jarnell Mooney.
40 yards.
And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, Coleman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They will run again with Coleman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.